While we're still waiting on Nutland's DNA results to come back, I've had a lot of people asking me questions. They say, how is it that you know so little about Nutland's breed and origins and her backstory? Why all the mystery? And it's a great question, and you know what? There's no time like the present to answer it. So join me now in the year 2010 in the heart of Montreal's plateau. I was living on Colonial Avenue in a big old gross house with my roommate Catherine. And not only were we friends and roommates, but Catherine and I were co-workers as well. And we both worked at the famous historic bar Elsie's. It was such a very fun and wild time of my life. At Elsie's, we had such a colorful cast of wonderful regulars at the bar. And one of them's name was Allison. And Allison was this very eccentric, artistic, interesting, sort of mysterious, very tiny, friendly, funny woman. She said to Catherine, I'm moving to the UK and I can't really bring my cat because if I bring her, she'll have to be in quarantine for like months and I don't want to do that to her. So do you want my cat? And Catherine said yes. She's like, is that okay with you? And I'm like, hell yeah! Like, who do you think you're talking to here? Right on, bring it on, bring on this cat. And I'm out of the house one afternoon and Catherine calls me and says, hey, by the way, Allison just dropped off her cat. The cat's name is Peanut. And so I'm not home, but I fed her and she's there and her litter pan's all set up. So just warning you, when you get home, the cat lives with us now. And I'm like, okay. So later that evening, I arrived at home to our shithole on Colonial. And when I say this is a shithole, this place was like a dilapidated hellhole, sinking in its foundations, dripping damp like some dilapidated shack on the bayou. We had to build our own walls in this house when we first moved in, and the bathroom didn't even have a sink. But we had so much fun there, and we like partied so much and like had a blast. It was a crazy, crazy time. So I walk into this dank apartment and all the lights are out, and I'm turning on some lights and I go, cat? I say, Peanut the cat? Are you around, new cat, Peanut? And all of a sudden, I just hear, ear! And I look, and this beautiful, crittery creature materializes out of absolutely nowhere. And I feast my eyes on her, and my heart stopped. I couldn't believe how beautiful this cat was, because I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't even know her name before that day. I knew nothing, and then I saw her, and then I knew everything. And she was so friendly, and she came up and she was like, and like just an unbelievable creature. And like, I would pay $1,100,000,000 if I could go back to that moment, just go back to that moment and relive that moment of seeing her for the first time. I would like, that would be the greatest gift to me. Anyway, I know I'm quite ill. I know I'm ill, you don't have to tell me. So we moved the three of us up to a nicer apartment for a while, but then eventually me and Catherine parted ways as roommates. We were each moving in with our boyfriends at the time. And as this move was fastly approaching, I remember having this feeling of dread in the pit of my stomach because I just thought soon I wouldn't have Peanut anymore. I thought maybe Catherine thinks that Peanut is her cat, I don't know. So I just thought I might be losing her soon until one day Catherine called me while I was like lying on the grass somewhere. I remember lying on some grass and my old flip phone ringing, and she said, hey, I was talking about it with Mikey, her boyfriend then, and she said, we thought that Peanut could go with you because, like, you know, Peanut's kind of more your style. And I was like, really? I can have Peanut? And she goes, yeah, that's okay. You can have Peanut. I'm like, oh, thank you. So we've been together ever since. She's been a part of me and my family ever since then for so many years now. Over the years, I've tried to find out more information about her. Like, I contacted Allison a long time ago, who lives in Timbuktu now, and she didn't know nothing either. Like, and it's not surprising. That's just the kind of funny person she is, that she would know nothing about this cat either. I put it out on Twitter asking if anyone had any information about that yoga teacher, if anyone could help me, but you know, that died in the water, of course, because people only want to look for people on Twitter when the person's in trouble and gonna be in deep shit trouble. So there you have it. That's why I know nothing, because no one knows nothing. And as far as I'm concerned, the origin of Nutland was in 2010 when she emerged from behind a dark corner into my life and came into my life as a 2-year-old cat and changed my whole life forever.